travelers, welcome back to Laura's Travel Talk. Today we're going to take a look at some unique, fun, and sometimes weird spots to see, part 2, because there are so many little hidden gems in many of the states, so I try to spread it out. Maybe some of these can help you plan your next road trip, but they're pretty interesting, so sit back and enjoy. So if you're in Northwest Florida, about 20 minutes from Panama City Beach, the scenery changes quite drastically. Pickup trucks, restaurant chains, gas stations, they turn into a stretch of picture-perfect beachside communities with manicured lawns. It's almost as if someone flipped a switch. You're in Seaside, Florida, the land of The Truman Show. For those of you who don't know The Truman Show, it was a movie in 1998 starring Jim Carrey as Truman Burbank. It was kind of interesting. He was just leading a regular life, except there was one little twist that we, the audience, all knew. His entire life was a reality TV show, broadcast to the world, and he had no idea. Every person in his life, his wife, his best friend, they're all actors, and every place he goes is part of an elaborate set designed to keep him unaware. It's kind of interesting. If you haven't seen it, it's fun. Our next unique and fun spot is the underground waterfall in Ruby Falls, Tennessee. Yeah, underground. Ruby Falls is America's tallest underground waterfall, meaning that it's literally a hidden gem. Located within the Lookout Mountain near Chattanooga, Tennessee, you can descend 260 feet by elevator to see Ruby Falls' ancient cave formations and wander its cavern trail. No, I'm not descending 260 feet underground, but you can go ahead and do it. Because, all kidding aside, those pictures look fantastic. So this looks like something, if you're in the area, looks like you should go see it. Now, if you're up in Michigan, you can go to Mackinac Island. Mackinac Island is a quintessential American summer getaway town. And it has a virtual absence of cars. You can get around the island by carriage tours and bicycles, and you have to take a ferry to get over there, or a private boat or a small plane. But the island's a popular getaway for visitors seeking a step back in time. They are famous for their homemade fudge, and the Grand Hotel is one of Mackinac Island's most iconic landmarks. It was opened in 1887, and it boasts the world's longest porch, offering sweeping views of the Straits of Mackinac. You can see that in those pictures. That looks like a pretty grand hotel. And then they have the Lilac Festival every June. Oh, I love lilacs. It's my favorite flower, and it draws visitors in from everywhere. So I put some blooms on there for you to look at. So enjoy Mackinac Island. Okay, this next one looks pretty fun to me. The Mile High Swinging Bridge in Linville, North Carolina. If you're up to braving the heights of a 1 mile high swinging bridge in the Grandfather Mountains, it's a 228-foot suspension bridge that spans an 80-foot chasm and provides breathtaking views, 360-degree views, of the North Carolina mountains. And it is gorgeous out there. While you're in town, you can also enjoy nearby hiking trails and wildlife habitats that they have at the Wilson Center for Nature Discovery. But that one there where it's a little bit fogged in, that might be a little cool to traverse. But a mile high up in the air might be a little much for some people, but I think it's cool. So enjoy. Our next spot is the Neon Boneyard in Las Vegas, Nevada. Who knew? It's a fascinating outdoor museum where all the old Las Vegas neon signs go to retire. And it's colorful and a nostalgic look at the city's iconic history. So it was founded in 1996, and the Neon Museum is a nonprofit learning institution that utilizes iconic neon signs to share Las Vegas art, culture, and history with the world. So I think that's kind of cool. And you can go there in the nighttime. You can have tours, so they're lit up, or you can go during the day if you want more of a family environment. And That neon museum presents the whole story of Las Vegas. Next, let's look at the House on the Rock in Spring Green, Wisconsin. This is an eccentric house filled with bizarre collections, including the world's largest indoor carousel and rooms filled with oddities like mechanical orchestras and miniature circus models. I mean, you look at those first pictures, it just looks like a regular house. And then you can see all the things that are inside in those further pictures. For over 70 years, this House on the Rock has been a majestic work in progress. It began in 1945, and it was a man who wanted to build a retreat as awe-inspiring as the view from the rock upon which the house would eventually be built. So from that spark of imagination, the House on the Rock has evolved to include displays and collections of the exotic, the unusual, and the amazing. Okay, what is this? What do you mean diamonds in the ground? Okay, the Crater of Diamonds State Park in Murfreesboro, Arkansas, is a state park, where you can dig for real diamonds and other gems in the volcanic soil, and if you find one, it's yours to keep. The only place in the world where the public can search for real diamonds in their original volcanic source. Crater of Diamonds is a one-of-a-kind experience that brings people from all over the world to Murfreesboro, Arkansas. Say that fast 3 times. Murfreesboro. Okay. So you can go to the park. There's a 37-acre field, which is an eroded surface of a volcanic crater, for a variety of rocks, minerals, and gemstones. And any rock or mineral you find is yours to keep. You can bring your own mining equipment to search. Nothing battery operated or motor driven, but you can bring any other tools, or you can rent tools from the park. That seems like kind of a fun thing to do. Okay, next up is Salvation Mountain in Niland, California. This one is located in the very southeast corner of California, on the other side of the Salton Sea, and it's about an hour north of Calexico, Mexicali, where they cross over into the Mexico border. So it is a man-made mountain in the desert, and it's a testament to creativity and love with vibrant murals and religious messages. The creation is that of artist Leonard Knight, and it's a 50-foot high and 150-foot wide mountain made entirely of adobe clay, straw, and donated paint. Leonard started working on the mountain in the 1980s to promote the message, God is love, and the mountain features many biblical texts as well as recurring motifs of birds, flowers, and waterfalls. Leonard continues his work to this very day, and the mountain continues to evolve. Looks a pretty cool place to stop on one of your road trips. So that's Salvation Mountain. Now let's hop over to Colorado and look at Bishopcastle in Rye, Colorado. For nearly 60 years, Jim Bishop has been constructing one of the most impressive monuments to perseverance in Colorado. Bishopcastle is a monumental statue in stone and iron that cries loud testament to the beauty and glory of not only having a dream, but sticking with your dream no matter what, and most importantly, if you believe in yourself and strive to maintain that belief, anything can happen. So that's his motto. And it's 3 full stories of interior rooms, complete with a grand ballroom, soaring towers, and bridges with vistas of 100 miles. And a fire-breathing dragon, and that makes Bishopcastle quite the unforgettable experience. Visitors are always welcome, free of charge, and the castle itself is always open. Okay, how about this millionaire village on Jekyll Island, Georgia? In the early 1900s, Jekyll Island, Georgia was the vacation home of families whose names were known around the world. The Vanderbilts, the Goodyears, the Pulitzers, the Rockefellers, and the J.P. Morgans. They were all U.S. millionaires who vacationed on this most exclusive of the Golden Isles on Georgia's Atlantic coast. At that time, the island was privately owned, then known collectively as the Jekyll Island Club, and kept for the exclusive use of these famous families. Now, the massive Yellowstone building in the center of the wide lawn, bordered by live oak trees draped in Spanish moss, is the club. Today, the island is owned by the state of Georgia, and the club, Jekyll Island Club Resort, is a place that you can go on vacation and stay. So take a look at that and look for availability. So I think we'll stop here and leave the rest for part 3 and part 4 of the unique, fun, and weird spots to see in the US. I want to thank you for joining my channel and watching the videos. It helps me to be able to create more videos. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to subscribe or like. And we will see you next time when I do part 3. And until then, go enjoy your road trip.